What do you think of Jose's performance tonight?
Great performance. He had an opponent that wasn't trying to lay down, and he had to utilize his tools, which were a proficient jab, movement, and angles. He did a great job with it. I really enjoyed the performance, and we're going to get back into the lab and continue to work.
What would be a good ideal next opponent for Jose?
Oh man, there's a bunch of looks. We'll see. There's whispers around. There's some things that could happen, but right now he has to nurse that cut, that last-minute headbutt, and that's why I tell you, don't fool around, because it could be 10 seconds left, and now you have a suspension and you have to heal. So we'll see what happens. Right now, let him heal up, and then we'll start talking strategy.
He seemed to be getting caught coming in sometimes.
Yeah, he was. Well, this guy was a crafty guy. He wasn't like, this guy's a bum.
Right.
Never been stopped before. Yeah, he was no pushover. And it's good because now I can say we can't do that because that's what will happen. We don't want to get hit. Don't get in the firefights and get struck unnecessarily, and that's what we did.
So sometimes it's good that a fighter gets touched. So
you got to learn.
Right.
You need that barometer. You need something on that bulletin board.
Right.
And that's what it was.
Right. Now, I see you got Richard here. He got a fight coming up with T.O.
Yes.
How's camp for that fight?
Oh, camp is always fantastic with Richard. Richard is one of the best young men to have in camp anytime. He doesn't tell you no. He doesn't give you any headaches. He doesn't give you any attitude. He's not a prima donna, and that's why I love him.
Right. Now, T.O. had a little trouble his last fight. I mean, I don't think he was in trouble, but he didn't just breeze through that guy like we're used to seeing him breeze through.
Right.
He used the excuse that he was a tall fighter. What was your takeaway from that fight?
Well,
without giving too much of your game plan up.
Basically, he had to learn a lesson. And that's what boxing is. It's all about learning lessons. You improve by each of your bouts. So he had to learn a lesson. He came through. A lot of people, I thought he won the fight. Some people say, oh, he lost the fight. I thought he won it. And now he has to face Richard. Richard is going to be an incredible mountain to climb. He has power in either hand. He's vicious when he gets started. And his attack modus operandi is getting better and better. It's going to be a hard night for Lopez.
And, everybody's talking about the Canelo-Kovalev fight. You may have answered that question for the guy, but I didn't get your take on that fight.
Yeah, Canelo's one of my favorite fighters, but I'm a little worried about this one. Not so much that I know he's smart enough to not be seriously hurt, but he's in there with a full-fledged light heavyweight. People are saying things that just boggle my mind. It's just like, I hate to use the phrase, but a lot of people don't know what about boxing.
Right.
They're saying, oh, well, Andre Ward. You can't call on Andre Ward's name and utilize it with expressions for Canelo. Right. Andre Ward is one of the best fighters that ever walked this planet. And he's a big...
So he's light years skill-wise above Canelo, or?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
He is not, and I'm not saying it because he's my nephew. I'm just saying it because he is that man.
Right.
And you can't use him as the barometer for, oh, well, Canelo can go. Canelo has to get in. Kovalev's jab is a vicious tool.
Right, and he fights tall, he fights big.
Yes, and my nephew got knocked down.
A lot of power.
Yes, he got knocked down.
Andre got knocked down.
Exactly.
Right.
He got knocked down in the fight, and he said that was a big shot.
Right.
And for you to tell me that he's never going to get touched in this fight is totally ludicrous. And he's a middleweight moving up. The best of the best. Sugar Ray Robinson, the best middleweight, best welterweight of all time. He moved up to light heavyweight, was doing a number, but it was just too much from a bigger man.
Right.
I think it's going to be too much from a bigger man.
Is he going to be able to get to that body? Everybody's questioning Kovalev's body. I mean, he wasn't able to get Danny out of there, but...
Right. I mean, who did he get out of there in the middleweight division? The Marshmallow, Felding?
Right, yeah.
Are you serious?
That's hilarious.
I mean, even Chavez.
He's not a middleweight, though. He's 68.
He's a super middleweight, yeah, but even bigger marshmallow.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so you got Chavez was there for 12 rounds.
You didn't get him out of there?
Right. Danny, Triple G don't get knocked out, so we won't even use him.
Right.
His head is like the cinder block. There's granite. So who has he knocked out in that middleweight division? He's boxed very well, but for them to say that this 6 foot, 175-pound man is going to let a 5'8" man run up on him without him breaking him up with that stick is totally ludicrous.
Right. Now, what do you say to fans and people who say, well, Canelo took shots from Triple G, so he's had it, he got a chin, he might be able to withstand Kovalev's power. What do you say to that?
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. In the Yarde fight, even when he had a little bit of trouble in one of those rounds, he got back on his, he knocked the man out with a jab. Big, young, strong, bullish young man. Coming to fight. Tough kid, undefeated.
And he got a body in the ring.
Exactly. I don't want to hear it. It's not going to be easy work at all.
Now, we've had so much like hard news in boxing the past year.
Yes.
We had 4 boxers die as a result of boxing. But this one hit a little home with Patrick Day.
This one is,
Can you
is
speak
the
on
worst.
that?
This, I went out
no
to...
No disrespect to the other champions.
I went out to Chicago. I made Patrick's uniform.
Wow.
Patrick's one of my favorites.
A havoc. Let's give him a plug.
That's right. He was representing as he always does. And there's no way, God's Green Planet, you could have told me that was going to be the outcome. It was a very competitive fight. Cromwell was coming on, but Patrick was there until that very last moment. And even then, when he went, I said he's going to be all right. That's the only thing I ever said, is that Patrick was going to be all right. I said my baby going to be all right. And that's what hurts the most. So.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's really hard, man. A fight that Danny has coming up, there's rumors that he's going to be fighting Chavez in Atlantic City. What do you think about that fight? Danny Jacobs.
I don't know. Right now, I'm not saying much about Danny. If it goes on, I wish him the best in the bout. That's that's all I can say right now. Right now, I'm not very happy with Danny Jacobs.
Anything else you want the FightHype fans to know?
Listen, we're all the way live. Team Havoc, all the way. We're doing what we have to do. We got some of the best fighters in the gym. We got Edgar Berlanga, the chosen one. We got the champ, Richard Comey. We got Chris Algieri. We got Duke Mackay. We got Africa, Richard Hitchens. We got Fergal. McCrory.
There we go. Yeah.
We have my own media nephew, the Alabaster one. Chris Glover. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody? Am I forgetting somebody in our gym? We work out at Saddam Ali's gym. My nephew, he's gracious enough to have had the fortune to build us a gym. Alex Vargas. Well, who am I thinking? Who am I forgetting?
Luke Bunda, Australian.
Right, who else? And listen, I could go on and on and on. There's so many of them. Marcus Brown getting ready to come on back. Khalid Billings, Khalid Twady.
Any news on who Marcus Brown's going to be facing?
Sergei Derenchenko, got him. Yeah.
Oh, well, we know.
Ivan Golub.
Any news on Marcus Brown?
Artur Beterbiev.
Any rumors?
We don't know just yet.
How's that cut healing up? Because he was cut really
well.
bad.
It looks good. It looks good.
Right.
He showed me the last week. He said, "Uncle, check it out. It's cool." Marcus is going to be back, and he's going to be more vicious than ever.
Right. Believe it or not, I'm usually not that wrong when it comes to calling a fight, man. I was really wrong about that.
Me too. There's no way. I thought he was going to box his brains out, but it didn't happen that way. It was, it was a bunch of unforeseen circumstances. of course, which ended with the headbutt, and then it went to the scorecards, and voila, look what happened.
Thank you, boss.
But, you know, it is what it is. We'll get back on track, and we'll be ready to win.
All right, until next time, thank you, Andre.
Anytime. Remember, it's havoc time.